G'day guys, Neil here, how you going? This week I had the opportunity to get up close and personal with a brand new INEOS Grenadier Trialmaster station wagon. I absolutely loved it and I now want one. Anyway, this beautiful vehicle was only delivered about a week ago to the proud owner, who is a mate of mine, and he kindly agreed to let me have a look at it. The first things you notice are the quality of the build and the attention to detail. This is a very impressive vehicle. They're coming out of the former Mercedes-Benz site at Hambach, which is on the French-German border, and that message is proudly displayed on the window of the Trialmaster. The upside for INEOS is that they are now also contracted to produce, under licence from Mercedes-Benz, the Smart EQ electric vehicle. This is happening alongside production of the Grenadier. And you can see the care that's been taken on the assembly line. So, is the Grenadier a luxurious Defender, or a sophisticated Land Cruiser 70 series, or is it a G-Wagon, or is it none of those things? Let's find out, eh?
Right, yeah, so this is the diesel engine. So what I like about it, it comes factory with 2 fuel filters. You know, all the additional things you do if you bought a Toyota or whatever. It's got cooling obviously for the radiator, but it's got cooling for the transfer case and gearbox as well, so you can see like a cooling system. Actually your jump point over here, yeah, so it's and the main crux of the electronics is all under the back seat, so you've got all your batteries and fuse boxes and whatnot. Where it's the theory there is it's nice and dry, so it comes with dual batteries. This particular model comes with dual batteries, which run the winch and all the accessories. Back to here, and then flip the bonnet back like you would on an old Landy, you know, just
okay, you get it right back to work on it.
Yeah, so just little things like that.
So that engine is...
It's the BMW twin turbo B57's the code name.
Yeah.
So it's yeah, roughly about 180 odd kilowatts and 650 700 newton meters, something along those. But it's just really torquey from trails on the side. Got the big sliders on it as well, as a precaution. If you put them on, you won't need them. If you don't have them, you'll need them. So
you'll cop a rock.
Yeah, exactly right. So it's a fair way up. This car.
This is them. All the accessories are theirs, aren't they? So.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, so that's standard with the Trialmaster.
Yeah.
And you can option it on their base model as well if you like. So that's got the two-tone paint on it as well, so that was another option. You can get white roofs as well on some of the models.
Must say I like the paint.
Yeah, it's Magic Mushroom. What they say is it's got a whole heap of extra clear coats on it to obviously
is that
it
what
up
it
a
is?
little bit. Yeah, they've done, which is pretty cool. They've got these pre-wired switches, so good for camping lights, or if you want to run a light bar out the front.
Yeah, excellent.
Not sure if you can run solar back through it, but they're all switched off from the control panel inside. So you run power up for your rooftop tent or whatever else you want to put up there. So really good idea. You're not drilling holes. It's already in there. So you just sort of,
these and that are part of a system.
yeah, so this is a utility rail, so you can, there's a few companies that are already making things for it, like tables. Black Sheep are doing a table for it, which sort of sits in there. There's another, they run the mesh on there, you can put your max tracks on, which sort of hook onto this this grab rail and
So
then straight into there.
to have it on there.
Yeah, so you're not sort of, you're all away from the paint. And
You'd be drilling, wouldn't you?
Yeah, exactly right. So if you don't need to, so it's, yeah, that's the kind of, yeah, that's all the fun bit to come up, how we're going to deck it out and sort of environmental boxes.
The Grenadier uses AdBlue for environmental reasons.
But so we lose a little space. I think the AdBlue tank's about 17 litres. That sort of just sits in the back there.
They ran out, I think, and at some point during COVID, the truckies were really concerned. Said, "Listen, if the AdBlue does run out completely, we'll be stopped."
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's another option on here, just sort of a wet storage. You can put your
You can't have too much storage.
Your clothes. Absolutely. Obviously, that's lockable. So BF Goodrich KO2s from factory as well. Another option, you can get Bridgestone sort of road tyres. That's right. I'm pretty But
these are alloy.
They're alloy, yeah. 17,
Factory alloy.
17 inches, yeah, or you can get 8. Got just your
first aid
kit. And,
yep.
There's a blanket there as well. Tie down racks in here, obviously. Draw it out, jacks behind there. Got an outlet for a fridge or whatever. Tie downs everywhere, but just a really high space in here. You can shut this door as well without having to shut that one, and climb up on the roof. Usually this door shuts first, but you've got that, so it gives you a little bit of universal.
Solid as a rock, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Quality of the build's insane.
Exactly. Tow bar standard. Is it? What's
that there?
NATO plug. So they can come off and go onto the sides as part of the utility rails as well. So,
okay.
Yeah.
It's so impressive. Looks like an aircraft up the front.
Leather seats are an option. They come in cabins. They're Recaros as standard. So
wow.
Yeah, so it's got all the gear, and we had a good 8-hour drive in it yesterday, and
it's comfortable
felt like I could run a marathon after it. That's right. So they're all your pre-wired switch, including the winch up there. So there's a 500 ampere up there, and then you've got your front and rear lockers up there. Off-road mode as well, which is turns off all your parking sensors, your seatbelt warnings, all that kind of stuff. Wading mode as well. When you're going through water, it turns off the thermo fans at the front, so they don't obviously pull through the radiator and things like that.
Sunroof for each side.
Sunroof for each side. They can come out completely. There's a little storage bag in the back for them.
Oh, that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So it's got the display here, so that's all your warning lights, etc. All your diff locks and things all display up there.
Come up there, yeah.
Yep. And this is obviously just a central screen where it's got Apple CarPlay as well, which hook into.
GPS.
Yep. It's all Apple CarPlay. Reads your text messages as normal Apple CarPlay does. Off-road is, so it gives you your altitude, and obviously your alignment, pitch and roll, all on there. Also gives you temperatures for tyre temperatures and pressures, gearbox temperature, transfer case temperature as well. It's got a separate cooling system for them. Obviously the engine, radiator, etc. It's got the transfer and gearbox cooling systems too. Path follow as well. If you're out in the bush, it can you can leave some breadcrumbs behind, so you know how to get out.
Very useful.
Yeah, that's right. So I haven't played with that yet, so we'll go. And gives you a charging rate as well.
Temperature, state of charge 97%, 14.2 volts.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Up here, you probably have a look at the control panel. It's yeah, just gives you downhill descent, ESP off, front rear lockers, height adjustment for the headlights, and then your control panel here, which that's your control panel on. That sort of activates the winch, and we've got a little controller for the winch inside there.
In the glove box.
Off-road mode, gets rid of the airbag, warning lights, seat belts, all your parking sensors, that will turn all those off, and the wading jet, turn off the thermo fan from the front.
It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and then you've just got the manual center locker, so it goes across like that. That's your center locker across there.
Okay.
And then back to low range center locked or low range unlocked, and that will go around in a big that can go around either way, whichever way you want to do it. So really nice and easy to use. Just pull up the collar and away you go. BMW shifter. Yeah. Yeah, that's a really handy shifter. Looks a little bit odd, that, but together. But obviously the R&D to put another shifter in it would be astronomical. But it works really well.
Yeah.
This one's got heated seats and a few other things. Just obviously the compass up there. And whatnot.
And you got GPS too. So
GPS, yeah, as well. So. I'll pull the seat forward for you.
Okay.
So I can show you all the battery setup.
Wow.
Yeah, so you got the C-Tech in it. You can get an adapter for solar, which is on the cards.
Yeah.
Got main battery here. That's your auxiliary on that side. Then you've just got obviously all your fuse boxes. So this is all waterproof in here. So if you do get a bit excited and flood it, that should remain all nice and dry in there.
As long as the seats are down, it should be waterproof.
Yeah, well, I think if you get it sort of up to that point, you might be in a bit more strife anyway. So it's,
yeah, that's right. All that can happen, can't it?
Yeah, absolutely. But,
perspective anyway. What fuel capacity has it got?
It's about 95.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a bit light. I'd like an extra 30 or 40 litres, I think.
And what's the fuel consumption?
I haven't taken it yet, but I think they're getting like 10s and 11s.
Okay.
On the highway.
It looks like there's room on the passenger side.
Yeah, there might be a bit under there, or
for another tank.
Yeah, take out the rear muffler. I think that's where there's some room there too.
Wow, so there you go guys, that was a reasonably in-depth first look at the Aussie spec INEOS Grenadier. This particular vehicle has been optioned with checker plate on the guards, the rock sliders and some other upgrades. The total cost was 125,000 Aussie dollars. I'm definitely a fan, let me know your opinions. Thanks again to Damien for giving me the opportunity to go over the vehicle. And I'm hopeful we can arrange a day trip or a weekend with Damien and his family out in the bush somewhere and see what the Grenadier is like in its natural environment. Thanks so much for watching guys. Please like, comment, share and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you out in the tracks maybe. Okay, cheers.